душа моя, но славь еще Господне
Не
имя.
унывай, душа моя, но славь еще Господне имя покровом Всевышнего.
It's been a great week to be here in Ukraine. You know, we've traveled up to Lviv, which is on the far end of the western part of the country, and now we're in Zaporozhye at the end of the week to work with the leaders that you've introduced us to and that we've been able to serve over the last few years.
Well, yeah, thank you for coming here in this post-pandemic or whatever time to help us. And well, the churches in Ukraine were able to get together a few months. Then, because of restrictions, they weren't able to get together. But the small group worked, and the home church worked. We never had restrictions as to number of people who could get at homes. And one-on-one meetings, like mentoring meetings and discipleship meetings worked. So they are pandemic proof, and they are personal, and they are connecting people actually.
I think one of the benefits of our focus on either mentoring and helping leaders grow one-on-one is that it's not dependent on a building, and in the church it's not dependent on a church building. We can minister when we do that because our ministry is focused on relationship.
Дела Господни.
Я не умру, но буду жить и
If a church had this structure like Yakov's church of small groups and developing leaders, of small groups, then the church could survive and even increase. And we experienced it in our church as well. For example, whenever it was a year ago or less, the Easter, like we were in the red zone, we couldn't meet. But we had the dacha. It's open place, and we invited like 5 or 7 families into our area, and we were able to celebrate Easter all legally. Not all together as a big church, but as a small group. It was a great place. So I think we can, as Ukrainians, we can capitalize on this national character as hospitality, and just keep building the church this way. So I can say that both on the seminary level and on the church level, the leaders are on the same page. Like in Ukraine, the leaders on the same page, really in need of mentorship, helping the other leaders or new leaders to develop, and even discipleship. And one-on-one discipleship is the best one. You know, that's the fastest, the most profound, deep developing relationship. Well, first of all, thank you for coming. As I said, it's been a blessing for us to have you here almost every half year, and now with a break year and a half. Yeah, we've been missing you. And I'm convinced that the mentorship model, the mentoring through personal relationship, is really a great model. I experienced it in my life. I tried to develop it in my church and help introduce you to other church leaders so they can develop them too, the ministry too. So thank you for encouraging us, for empowering, for giving all the tools, especially updated tools. So just keep going, and we'll work together.
чудесными словами рожденных не.
So pray for the younger generation of leaders, because as someone said, Christianity is just one generation away from dying. So pray for the next generation of leaders so they can really be mentored, discipled, and become the leaders and lead the future churches into the future.